here's the deal. You got to remember, if you're out in the hallway, it's a wide open spot with a lot of people walking by. How many people are going to walk by your place in here? Not as many. In theory, not as many. That's why, depending on where your business is, it could mean it costs more, it costs less. What if I put your business downstairs outside of Dr. Pendleton's office? Who's going to see that? But that might be a cheap place. That could be a very cheap location, but who's going to see it? So who cares how cheap it is if you're not going to sell anything? So, you brought up an excellent point. What I would say is, if you're going to keep your business in here, you still have to pay. But, don't know that everyone's pay the same thing. Has everybody already bought their land inside the classroom? Oh, so some people are leasing the land and some people have purchased the land. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right, let me see a lease agreement. Who leased their land? Didn't purchase. Lease agreement. Jeremy Frey are leasing. And how much space did they lease?
They just lease the materials. They haven't leased the ground.
Oh, they haven't leased the land. So they've actually bought land.
They bought land.
So who else has land that they're either they bought or leased? Anybody?
Just that one group.
Only one group. Nobody else has leased land or bought land. So everybody else, they can't even use the land at all, or do they have to come up with a new agreement?
New agreement.
Oh, I see. So you guys own your land and you want to just I see. So what you're hoping is that if you can use the land that you bought, you'll sell enough to make enough money that if you went outside and had to pay for your spot out there, even though it might be a better spot, you'll save money by not having to buy it. By not having to buy your spot out there. Because if you don't have to buy it out there, that's money you get to keep. Now you may not sell as much stuff in here, you might, but even if you don't sell as much, you've saved however much your rental space is outside, so that's like extra money you get to keep. Huh. All right, so they actually have the only land lease agreement. Everybody else is just leasing materials, desks, and stuff in here. How many of you want to go outside the hallway and sell your stuff outside? Ah, that's what you're debating. You're trying to decide. Well, that's kind of a decision you guys are going to have to choose. Now, what you got to think is, do you know how much it costs to lease a space out there?
No.
You don't? You should.
Yeah, it's one desk is $150, 3 for $400, 4 for $500.
So if you know you're going to have to pay that to go outside, you know you're going to have to sell some stuff. But you'll be out there in the main hallway. People are going to walk by. If you stay in here, you get your space because it's your space. And you get to keep whatever that money is, so you won't have to spend that. You just have to think, okay, am I going to sell enough in here? This location, is this a good enough location, or do we want to locate out in the hallway? That's what you guys have to decide. And I can't answer that for you. Now here's a question. Can they have a desk in here and a desk out there?
No reason why not. Because they've already leased it here in the classroom.
So, maybe you put one desk out there and the main shop in here. Some places do that. Yeah, I'd say if you're going out in the hallway, you got to pay. If you're staying in here, you still have to pay, but you may not have to pay as much because you've already you own the land. Now you may have to pay a little extra to change the use of the land, but it's not going to be as much as your rental for a whole commercial thing. Yes? Yes, it's the same team. It's not two different teams. Yeah, you're all money together. You're just in two different locations.
Mr. Tree, if we decide to do it
Oh, so now you wanna rent your space in here to somebody else? I don't know, you have to talk to Ms. Cooper about that. I don't know how you guys set that up. But why would somebody wanna rent your space in here if they're gonna go out there? Unless you're gonna rent it cheaper.
Bottom drawer.
Well, that's what I was gonna say, if they're gonna, can anybody else set up their shop here? Do they have permission to do that?
Out